Howdy Tamers, and welcome to the LostinTranslationmon Digimon podcast. This time we're covering Digimon Beatbreak, episode 12, A New Family. I'm Kobias, and I'm once again joined by the lovely Guz. How are you, Guz?
I'm so very glad that we're continuing the trend of cute guy goes into slightly uglier guy, only to get into slightly cooler guy later, but we've got to hold on to that for now.
Oh my god, he's just like me, for real.
Welcome to puberty, kid.
Yeah.
Here's your extra chromosome.
Here's your HRT. But Jesus. Alright, anyway, so that's exciting. So it's almost the Christmas time. I'm actually wearing a Christmas shirt. It's festive. It's got the little puppy dogs with little Father Christmas hats on it. But unfortunately...
Yeah, I thought they were your pajamas when you came to local.
Yeah. I came...
So funny,
they've got matching shorts, so I rocked up to the Evo Cup the other day wearing this fruity number and then matching shorts, and they're I guess if board shorts and pajamas had a weird offspring. But yeah, I am wearing those, but despite being several weeks into summer, it's actually really cold today. It was 37 the other day, and now it's barely I would say 14 degrees. It's...
Yeah, so if you can hear what I hear when Kobe talks, you will hear cicadas. And they love to just scream their little heads off come summertime. So you like to scream your head off regardless.
Oh yeah, that's just me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somehow we can't edit that out and you hear a little something in the background, that's what that is.
It's the gremlins. They're coming for me. But no, it's just they're just so
I told you not to feed them after midnight, man. What the hell?
Hey, it's not even 9 o'clock. But in any case, so we are feeling festive, or at least I'm wearing a festive shirt underneath my giant hoodie. I watched Love Actually, so that means it's officially the Christmas time. So
good movie.
It's such a good movie. Except for that one storyline, which is weird, the one with Keira Knightley in it. I don't like that one. But
it's kind of strange.
Yeah, that's
I will say.
Yeah, it's spoilers.
I like that they just shoehorned her in, and they were just she's pretty and popular at the moment. What are you gonna do? She's gonna get married, and this dude's madly in love with her, and no one else cares.
Yeah,
that just happened.
Spoilers for a 22-year-old movie or something, but. It's sort of...
We've all seen it. It plays every Christmas. Don't you lie to me.
Wyatt hasn't seen it. I'm gonna fix it. But anyway, so what happens in Keira
No one else has seen The Hogfather either.
So the Keira Knightley's character is marrying this guy, and this guy's best friend is kind of a little bit standoffish towards her, and someone even asks, hey, so you're in love with him, right? And it's kind of almost hinted at that he is in love with his male best friend who just got married, but no, it's in love with the best friend's wife who they've barely interacted or spoken to, but he's madly in love with her, and then shows up at the house with cards saying pretend it's carolers, and he's saying, oh, I love you, and all these. It's really, really weird. But anyway, great movie. But in any case, there we are. Let's talk about the beat breaks. So a quick synopsis before we dive in and do other unrelated tangents. A Marine Bullmon is overloaded with e-pulse due to one of the 5-star members, and it descends upon the Glowing Dawn headquarters. Wolvermon is a jobber as always, but Tomoro tells Gekomon that Gekomon reminds him of the parts of himself that he hates. Gekomon evolves into a Telefang, which is Armalizamon. But when it showed up, okay, to be fair, I actually saw this design on Twitter. I kind of mentioned to Guz, I jumped in voice chat and I was I was doing the mistake. I scrolled through Twitter and forgot that the Digimon reference book updates the moment the episode drops. So I saw Armalizamon be I saw Armalizamon before I saw it in the actual anime, but when I saw it in the actual episode, my immediate thought was, that's a Telefang. That's is it Keitai Denju Telefang or something?
It is remarkably close to that. Now, despite that being an official name for that game, I just want to quickly interject here. My mum went to Malaysia many
It
years
was
ago.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
It was Pokemon Diamond as a ROM hack.
Yeah, it was Pokemon Diamond and Jade, I believe, but it was Pokemon Diamond this was like Gen 2 era. It was Game Boy era. So
no, Gen 2, 100%.
Yeah, so the actual Pokemon Diamond hadn't like existed yet. So that was what my brain thinks when I think of Pokemon Diamond. I think of Telefang, and that's exactly how, like, I think mine was from Bangkok or Singapore or something, or maybe Malaysia.
Yeah, it was.
But
it was.
But so I also had the exact same experience with Telefang being like, hey, this is not Pokemon, but it's pretty good. Like, but yeah.
Quick note to editor Kobe. You're gonna have to put up a photo or at least a couple of images while we're talking about Telefang, because there will be people that have no idea.
It's okay. I posted it to Twitter, so I can just do the lazy thing again. So that is.
I mean,
that is a Telefang. Yeah. And
it's not in focus, but you get the vibe.
You get the. I mean, to be fair, the actual image was pretty blurry. But, yeah, so...
I mean, my favorite part is, like, you have, like, one Telefang monster in your party, and then you, like, save all the other ones to your phone. They're not even, like,
you call them. You don't catch them in a Pokeball.
Backup.
You give them a call, and they appear.
Yeah, they, like, take a certain amount of turns to arrive. It's like what happens, like, when you start, like, roughing up, like, one of these, like... Greeks or Italians at like high school or whatever. Like, yo, but hey, I'm gonna call my fucking cousins on you, eh? And then like 10 dudes roll up and you just get bashed. That's the exact vibe of this Pokemon clone, and it is hilarious. It is so good. We are well and truly so off topic.
I'm gonna flick myself in the head again. Anyway, so Telefang. Anyway, discussions and decisions. What were our highlights this week? Because mine was the fact that I got to remember Telefang again, and I think about Telefang a lot. Like, more than anyone probably should. Like, I really liked it. I actually own physical copies of the actual Game Boy games.
Really?
Like, yeah, I bought them because I bought them for like, I think 100 yen from Japan, like many years ago. Because I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm the number one and probably only Telefang fan.
Incorrect. I exist.
To be fair, good point. Yeah, so I love Telefang, and Armalizamon just as I mentioned earlier, is just a Telefang. Like,
I'm just imagining, you know, the Wolverine meme where he's like crying in bed and he's like looking at a photo.
Yeah,
it's just your face on Telefang.
It's me with Telefang. Like, it's just I don't actually remember any of their names, but I'm sure if I saw a list of the names.
Vibes only.
Yeah.
Vibes only.
Yeah.
You were calling monsters up. Like it's like calling a Tyranitar and be like, hey, listen, man, I'm like 20 minutes out from Mount Silver. I need to roll this teenager. He just took out my like Typhlosion. He's only got a Caterpie left. I just need you to hit him with a Rock Slide.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, bro, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll be there as quick as I can. Just stomps along and then just drop kicks the Caterpie. It's funny.
The funny thing is, if I didn't know what Telefang was and you explained that to me, I'd be like, that doesn't exist.
It does.
It just sounds like a fever dream of a game. Anyway, so yeah, my highlight was Telefang.
I can't believe we were supposed to. Are we supposed to be doing highlights in this? Don't we have a whole highlights and lowlights section?
This is our highlights.
Did we just obliterate the entire format?
No, this is always the first thing we talk about after decisions and not being able to put words out of my mouth. No, it goes discussion and decisions and then immediately highlights. Because yeah, the synopsis, Armalizamon shows up and the toxic Yowie boys at the end too. We made another 5-star one.
You didn't even mention the Gokumon, Kobe.
Oh yeah, my apologies. So yeah, the one of the 5-star member that causes the e-pulse overloading is the one with the Gokumon. We have Monkey.
Which is revealed at the end.
Yeah.
And also revealed by way of their glowing golden eyes that they are very clearly of the golden element, which Kyo had previously held that position within the 5 stars. Which also explains the glowing golden energy around the marine bullmon.
Yes.
And I'd well imagine that Mr. Man and or whomsoever this individual is, sort of either heard or saw of the, ex-lovers fight that we had in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Didn't expect the previous episode to be like an episode and a half, like sort of a cliffhanger kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a true two-parter because it's just like no, we are not skipping to the next day. Like same heartbeat, same moment,
yeah.
boom, 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 fallout. But like maybe he was like, oh, cool. I saw that Kyo and his ex decided to have a blowout and they took out a Ramon, whatever. I'm going to go for his home now because I know Kyo can't stand up for a damn, which is wild.
Yeah.
Marine Bullmon has retractable cannons. Didn't know that. Think that's sweet.
Oh, those are very really cool. Yeah.
Yes. Very gunky. I like that it was very mollusk. Because that's one of its types, obviously, mollusk and, Deep Sabers or Liberator or whatever it is this week in the card game. And it's just sort of like, yeah, we're all paralyzed, like you probably would expect for one of those crazy sea slugs to just smack you around a little bit. I was so hoping we'd see Kugamon Digivolve into a rookie.
Oh, yeah. Because we haven't seen the rookie yet, have we?
No, I would love that. But, I mean, that's another thing for later.
That has actually reminded me of one of my other highlights. It's more like more of a miscellaneous thoughts, but it's interesting to know that Kyo has basically been with his Digimon since before he was 11 years old. And he was able to evolve it to perfect at 11 years old. So that is half his life ago. Because I think he's 22 now. So that's...
I mean, a decade's at least guaranteed. I think we can say that pretty safely.
So I just thought that was interesting to note that he's had his partner Digimon that long and he's been able to evolve it that long. Like, this isn't a recent thing. And that feels kind of like a bit of a first for the franchise, because a lot of the time the kids are, the first partner Digimon, and then, it's just a new thing, except for, I guess, the exception being the original Digimon Adventure did have the kids whose Digimon ended up being the 4 holy beasts. So there is that, but for the most part, the chosen children are kind of like, few and far between, and they all kind of got their partner Digimon around the same time, or kind of near the start of the series. So this is like,
there's also like weird bits where it's like, oh, you need humans to evolve, you need their like emotional spiritual connection, and Gatamon's like really against it, or Tailmon if you prefer.
Yeah.
And they're able to obtain power as a Salamon through the bidding of Myotismon and undisclosed shenanigans.
And trauma.
Mostly trauma. This is a Japanese franchise. You can't have anything without just a smidgen of dead or frozen brother in the hospital.
Yes.
Being secretly guarded by a world-spanning government organization and an angry old man in a chair and his left hand or right hand man or woman, whatever it is, and a monkey. Just a very... We're getting into some very weird territory, which is perfectly fine because it's exactly what Digimon's about, baby.
Yeah. Feels like Digimon to me. So, what are your other highlights?
I mean, look, I know I gave Armalizamon a bit of grief, but like, similar to how you like the character design for the armadillo dragon humanoid thing in Telefang, I actually fell in love with this dinosaur creature back when I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like this green dude with like 3 purple nails on each hand. And it actually, I think it's like a...
Is that's not Feral Imp, is it?
No.
Okay, because that's the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that I remember, because I had one, and I was just like, this is my guy. This is like my favorite guy. Like, I love him. I don't even know why, but... he stuck with me.
Yeah, no, there's this dinosaur that it was roughly based on, and I think a lot of the... I used to read dinosaur encyclopedias as a kid. Yeah, I know, I'm a loser, whatever. But,
Bro, we're on a Digimon podcast. Neither of us are cool.
Like, this is like another layer, right? Like, it reminded me of the Therizinosaurus. It's like a giant walking armored bird thing that had like 3 scythe claws on each hand and would just beat the crap out of people. I absolutely adored that, and so that's exactly what I saw when I saw Armabuza. I'm like, that's like my guy, because they don't actually have a full skeleton of the Rin's fella. So they're actually only working with the claw fossils at the moment and sort of working backwards from that and other similar gene types. So to see this is really, really cool. I do think it's a little... my brain's telling me Xboxy. We could definitely say like modern game with the over design and the cubes and stuff.
You know what else it reminds me of? Those things that are that are overpopulating conventions and markets that are like random 3D printed lizards with like too many spikes and are in bright colors.
Dragons and things.
That are the bright colored ones. I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact color scheme on one of those.
Market.
Yeah. Or at any of the markets, because there's ones near B.
They're near bees, they're near wasps, they're near the ocean.
I mean, there's so many wasps and bees at the moment. I think I meant to say near me, but then I went to say nearby. So we're near B. No, so yeah.
So you're having a stroke, it's okay. Can you smell the toast yet?
Yeah, always. But no, that reminds me exactly...
Which I warned you about.
It just reminds me exactly of those like 3D printed dragons that are everywhere. And especially that color scheme. So yeah.
It also reminds me of because I'm looking at the official image as we speak.
And the long description that you mentioned before we started recording.
This mostly like when you see Digimon, if you care enough, and if you're here, I hope you do. You read like the Wikipedia entries or the reference book image, reference book synopses, I guess,
descriptions
of certain Digimon. Yeah, it's like Machine Dramons is like a paragraph, or it's just sort of like big robot dude made out of the dead bodies of other dudes, upload a bunch of code, got angry one time, infinite energy, core laser beams. And you're sort of like, yeah, man, shit, no. This guy's got a small novel. This feels like I'm reading something that's like 18 pages self-published on Audible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I asked Kobe, like, do you want me to read it? And we had a look at the words, and we were like, man, no, that's ridiculous. If you're interested, Google it. This is your call to action.
But I was surprised, because I was like, oh yeah, some of them can be like, a paragraph, like some of them are just a sentence, but some of them can be quite lengthy. But then you showed me that, and I was like, oh, that's a soliloquy. Like,
yes.
Jeez. Wow.
Like, I think I was having a look through all the other Beatbreak ones as well, and I would suggest anyone to go have a look at that as well. But like, compared to a lot of the other Digimon entries in the reference book, a lot of the Beatbreak ones are really long.
Yeah,
they're very well detailed.
It seems like they're putting a lot of love into Beatbreak. I mean, a dub has already been confirmed, and we've already got
crazy.
And we've already got casting for it. In comparison, the Ghost Game dub just kind of dropped, like, I think a week or two ago now, maybe a week ago. And Ghost Game finished a few years ago. The colon dub also, in a similar way, just kind of got dropped one day, and this was after it had finished airing anyway. This is announced and casting reveals when it's presumably still in a little bit in the future, and it's also when we're only 12 episodes in. That is like surprising, considering Atmon didn't get a
dub. It's like the one time Bandai had their shit together.
Yeah.
It's
great.
crazy.
It is absolutely great that Digimon is getting such attention from Toei at the moment in terms of the anime, and also Bandai in terms of the video games with Time Stranger.
Oh my God, yes.
It is just a really good time to be into Digimon, because it just seems to get the attention that it kind of deserves. Again, as I mentioned, Atmon didn't get an English dub. Cross Wars only got an English dub for the first 2 parts. Part 3 never released in English. So it was kind of surprising that this one actually got announced, and it's not just a drop. Like, I'm pretty sure the Ghost Game one is only available in the UK at the moment, and Colin was only available on like the Microsoft Store and Hulu or something. It's just in America. So
VPNs, baby, come get them now.
Yeah.
Come turn them while they're hot. Let's go.
But yeah, so we should probably continue on to talking about this episode because it's like over 20 minutes in and we're just still on highlights. So,
look, we finally got it. We finally got the Digivolution.
Yeah.
All right, chat, come on. W's in chat.
Yeah.
I know some people are probably not going to like the design. I do feel that the design is going to be a little divisive.
I didn't like it, and when I saw like the Digimon reference book image, I thought like, oh, that looks kind of silly. But it actually, like in my opinion, looked good in actually animated, which like same for I don't like Zafagamon's reference book entry. I think it just looks dumb. But Zafagamon actually looks great in the webcomic itself. It just doesn't look that impressive in the reference book image.
I believe that. I mean, the other thing too that we obviously have to point out, Kobe, you're in very much luck. It is a data type. The trend continues. You are in love with data types. What up?
Yay! It's gonna be like a green-red in the TCG, which means it's not purple.
I mean, it is reptile type, so like we've got some synergies there working with the Tyrannomon stuff that we had also hypothesized, so we're very happy there. Obviously, you're not here for the TCG, you're here for the show. Obviously, there's kind of really not... There's a lot of this which gets overshadowed, obviously, by the Digivolution. We've obviously got the massive, dramatic, emotional growth that happens between both Gecko and Tomoro, which is awesome. I'm so glad that they were able to patch things up. It did feel a little hasty, but I did also like those silent moments where obviously Tomoro is not the kind of character to sit down and, like Luffy, have like a 20-minute rant about why you're the worst and then try to punch you in the head. They're definitely approaching this in a non-traditional, non-shonen kind of way, where they're not just going to spoon-feed you what the characters are feeling. You as the audience, you are required to do the work. You have to figure out how they're feeling. And I think that that's very important because a lot of us, when it comes to sort of media analysis and media consumption, we kind of forget that we have a role to play. Like, the production itself can only show you so much. You, as the audience member, still have to contribute something.
It's kind of like that old joke, like the Venn diagram of things that the writer wrote versus things that the English teacher says were implied, which I feel like at the time it was like ha 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 funny joke, but it is kind of true that you as the reader or you as the viewer have to put some thought into the feelings. It can't just tell you how to feel. It can't just tell you outright everything that's happening, which is a lot of the reason why people criticize the English dub a lot, because it puts in like explanations as in early English dub Digimon and also early English dubs of a lot of things. They over-explained or added in jokes instead of like just letting people get have their own understanding or try to analyze what is actually happening and what is going on. So
you get out as much as you put in, right? Yeah. So if you do the work, you're going to get rewarded. And I think stuff like this is really sort of, because I mean obviously we've had and I have seen the comments as well where a bunch of people have said the director is saying this, the director is saying that, and they're providing extra textual resources to explain various decisions that happen within the text. That's all very relevant information. I do think that's great. However, I'm very much a intertextual person. I like to see what the actual product itself is saying and what we can do with that, because that's a little bit more interesting. It's what can I do with what I've been given as tools. That's just me. But like we're getting that emotional moment where Tomoro finally, like we said in the last episode, is seeing that Gekomon is that childish version, that more innocent version of himself.
Yeah.
And he's seeing that as that mirror reflection, and he's just like, all right, cool, I have to be the big brother to Gekomon. We get the introduction, which is so sweet, to Asuka in the hospital, in the great conspiracy super government world controlling hospital.
Definitely not suspicious.
Nervous about that, kids.
Yeah.
Recruiting a 9 or a 10-year-old Kyo and being like, yes, would you like to be one of our Sergeant Detective Masters at Arms of War Crimes? Yes. All hail the egg. Okay, thanks, bro. Kinda strange. Wicked. That's a good cat dog thing you have there. Would you like to be a cat boy of justice?
Yeah, oh, and also the interesting thing is that Kyo doesn't say that Kaito gave him that giant scar. He just said he got it when he tried to leave the five-star members. Yeah. So I just kind of assumed it was just the fireman, but maybe it was like all of them or something else. Like, that was something I picked up as well. That's like, I mean, it's probably just Kaito, but you know, it kind of hints at it's not just Kaito that was cruel. It's like the whole organization, which is kind of clear.
That's also part of the point, right? Like, it's an idyllic dystopia. Like, the system itself is the enemy.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to bring out a new dawn, right? That's that whole thing. And I know they had to change the name. I did read that in some trivia somewhere. Apparently they tried to choose another name, but it sounded too much like an actual...
Yeah, it was Golden Dawn, I think.
Yeah, it's like an actual movement of a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, we'll say, because I don't recall the details. They had to change the name.
I think it's like an alt-right group somewhere in Europe.
Something like that.
Memory.
Yeah. Because it would make sense because of Kyo's element being gold. Right?
Yeah.
It's Golden Dawn, but obviously they had to change that.
Yeah.
Good on them for Japan for choosing to not accidentally do something alt-right, like the bloody armband.
They announced, whoopsies, that they announced that like really close to the actual debut of the series. So the fact that they mention the name so much, and the fact that it's on so many things, like the headquarters, they had to probably change a lot, and they did that fairly quickly because it was, again, I'm fairly certain it was like just a few weeks before the debut.
Yeah. Look, congrats. You know what I mean? I'm very happy about that. At least we're not having one of those, it's because I'm licking a lollipop so fast I'm not actually smoking kind of moments.
Yeah.
Because, censorship be weird sometimes, but I just, the emotional maturity aspect, the coming together of the, hey, this is our new family member, Gekomon, like little brother vibes. Him sitting there, Gekomon that is, finally acknowledging that to pick his brother's gift, maybe his brother should be the one to get it. Do you know what I mean? Like the red scarf.
Yeah.
Seeing it literally patched together as the repaired
that was cute.
Relationship between Gecko and Tomoro. So, there was so much of this was really nice. And I think one person in the comment section was like, how does Night cheer up Mon see? It's the whole face. It's not just that little light thing. It's the whole mask is an eyeball.
Yeah.
You got your answer in this episode. Well done, team. Because I was also curious, how does that work? It's no, it's the whole face. The whole face.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot. I mean, I never really thought about, outside of the Mimicmon, overcharging a Digimon with E-Pulse to make them go a little crazy, because we've only seen them go crazy without.
Yeah, because we saw
when they've had too much.
Yeah, we've seen Mimicmon get overloaded and kind of explode, and we've seen Galgamon going berserk when it had too little. So it's interesting to know that works the other way as well. It doesn't just blow up when it gets overloaded. It can just go berserk because it's overloaded.
Yeah, it's got to do something with all that additional energy, which also means different Digimon have different capacity limits, which is a whole other thing which to think about is going to drive you even crazier because they're not real creatures.
Yeah, guys, it's like how at Sydney Regionals when it was before the final round and I was still undefeated, and I just looked to Sean and Gary and I'm just I've got too much energy, and I just dropped to the ground and do 50 push-ups because I'm dying. So I'm just looking at Marine Bullmon and going, same bestie.
Wait till the tea hits, team. Then we're going to be doing some real shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like that old joke where it's just Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the entire earth down.
I remember those memes. There's I hope that doesn't make us feel too old, but I feel that was a very popular meme. Yeah, in high school,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realised I started high school almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah, don't think too much.
Oh my god.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I am ancient. But yeah, any other highlights?
I can feel my bones turning but to ash.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, there was a lot to really enjoy. I did also like the continuity of like the team being absolutely just shit blasted to the point of no recovery. I know you asked me not to swear on this podcast, and I'm going to kind of let a few slip through, but I don't know how else to describe that.
Very valid.
Like, they're just
like
absolutely ruined.
But yeah,
they're just absolutely ruined.
Yeah. But
just
any other
lowlights?
Oh, lowlights? Yeah, so my lowlight was the fact that the Digimon reference book updated and posting to the Twitter the moment the episode drops in Japan. And, like, usually I'm pretty good. I'm like, okay, I don't open Beatbreak discussion channels on Discord. Usually I don't scroll Twitter too much, but because there was announcements coming out after the episode, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what they are. Oh, cool. Bancho Lilymon's coming to Time Stranger. We have some new Beatbreak artwork with some characters we haven't seen yet. One of them has a Monodramon. That's pretty cool. I like Monodramon. And then, like, I'm like, oh, looks like it's probably Gekumon's evolution. Thanks, Digimon reference. Like, thanks, official Twitter account for Digimon showing it off. Like, yay.
It also reminds me of, like, Scorpion from, like, the Spider-Man series. Like, you know that dude that runs around in the green outfit with the tail? And he's like, I'm gonna kill you, bug! It's like, what? Dude, what are you doing? You're a little freak.
I'm also really glad that there's no, like, they're not doing Dark Evolution. Like, they're kind of just doing it goes berserk, which I don't know, it being something different, it's subverting those expectations. I'm pretty happy about, because it's not like, I don't want something to be predictable in like every other season of Digimon. But in terms of other lowlights, I did see a lot of comments about this, so it's not a unique lowlight to me, but Wolfamon has barely had a win.
Yes.
Despite the fact that she's been able to be adult level since presumably the start of the series or before the start of the series, Wolfamon doesn't win much. Wolfamon just shows up, fires some guns, and gets beaten. Or, like, fires some guns at the same time as the rest of the characters also do something, and then wins. But I feel like she just kind of shows up to lose. She's just a jobber. I wish that she would actually do something. I'm sure she will when we get to her eventual evolution episode. I hope it's not a situation like it was in Here I Go, Digimon Frontier, when Zoe evolves and in her evolution episode, she loses in the evolution episode in her evolution fight. So I hope that Wolfamon becomes, like, insanely powerful, rescues the rest of the team. Maybe even her episode will be like Reina and Pristimon being like, oh, we always lose, we're so weak, and then they come to terms with being weak, and that's kind of their development episode, is them feeling weaker than the rest of the cast and feeling feeling less useful, and just kind of them dealing with that. If they do that, that will make every time Wolfamon is just a jobber and just shows up to lose, like, infinitely better. It won't be an annoyance, it'll be, like, on purpose, because at the moment she just shows up to lose, and every time I see her I'm like, why bother? We're just seeing her lose, which sucks.
Wolfamon's definitely the the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Or, the Jackie of all trades, I suppose.
Yeah.
And she's very good at doing crowd control, very good at switching up on the fly. Like, there's that adaptability, right? Which is obviously, as we spoke about earlier, mostly me, so I'm going to do it again. We talk about Reina's inherent adaptability being like a street kid awesome, right?
Yeah.
That's expressed through Wolfamon's mode shifts and things like that.
Yeah.
And while I agree, because one of the other comments did bring it up, where it was like, it doesn't count as a win to intimidate Mushroom Boys, because they mentioned Kyo and then they just ran away, so like it doesn't count.
Yeah.
I know I personally do consider the Macmon or Markmon, however you prefer to pronounce it, I do consider that episode one of Reina's wins, despite the fact that it created an opening for Gekamon to get the last hit.
Yeah, and she also broke her ankle.
Yeah, if you do 80% of the work, 80% of the credit's yours. Just because some guy came in and gave it a headbutt love tap, that doesn't count. As far as I'm concerned, that's still mostly Reina's win. If we're talking wins as in like 100% wins, I don't think that truly anyone fits that, because everybody helps each other do various things here and there.
I definitely feel like the Nitro one episode had, I feel like that felt very much just Makoto won that one. Like, Makoto himself had the heart-to-heart, and then Nitro one did, like, the final shot. So I feel like in that case, yes. In this episode, Armalizamon kind of won the episode, because everyone else was knocked out.
Yeah, everybody else was, like, team killed. Like, hard. Like, they almost got sent back to the spawn point. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah. I do also feel that the power scaling here is a little bit strange. Like, supercharged, freshly Digivolved champions can now all of a sudden take on, ultimate level Digimon.
It's the plot power. Also, hang on. What is Marine Bullmon vaccine? Because if it's vaccine, then I will excuse that on the basis that we had in Digimon Adventure, Togemon evolves. Palmon evolves to Togemon and defeats Monzaemon, who is a perfect. And the reason for that being such an easy fight is that Togemon is a data type and Monzaemon is a vaccine. So
Marine Bull is data.
No, okay. Well, there's that argument out. I'm not sure why we had the plot armor.
Because they were supercharged as well. So
one could argue that being supercharged and berserk means that you are weaker, and also it is possible that the earlier blows from the other Digimon did weaken Marine Bullmon, because we did see like its head being like knocked off, or chopped off, and then it just the next scene it was fine.
Yeah, there is. Look, maybe it's just me just going plot inconsistency, waha, but I don't know, because obviously I grew up with the earlier seasons. When you hit those power levels, you could hit everything equal or below very easily. Punching up wasn't really a thing that happened.
Though it also also happened in Kabuterimon's debut episode.
That is true.
Because that was against Andromon. So
but Andromon also didn't get knocked out. He just kind of got a gearectomy.
It was the gear out, yeah. But I feel like there have been a few situations where a character is much stronger than they'll ever be in their debut. Especially in Digimon Frontier, when Koichi was really overpowered when he first showed up as Duskmon, and then continues to just get beaten up when he becomes one of the main characters.
That's what happens when you're an emo. It happens, I'm sorry.
Yeah, mood.
Just don't be.
Yeah, just don't be. Just don't be emo. But, yeah, so I see what your point is.
Maybe that's just me being a little freak and hyper picky about it, but I don't know, but also, I'm looking at some of the official thing. Okay, now I can shut up, right? Because I'm actually just looking at the page. It's the official description for Neutron Laser, which is the attack that was used. It says, fires the charged neutrons generated by its internal. I'm doing it too. Kobe. It's not just you. By its internal particle accelerator. Question. From its mouth. It can pierce through virtually anything. At full output, this laser is strong enough to even cut through ultimate level Digimon. They literally put the MacGuffin in the attack, so I can shut up.
Thank you, Digimon. Thank you. That is, I'm so I've never been happier to have Digimon's random it's like the War Greymon's Dramon Destroyer. They brought that up to defeat Seadramon and then Mugendramon. They were just it's called the Dramon Destroyer. It just, even if it's an impossibly strong Dramon, it just will slice through it. And then we have War Greymon do that twice. And I'm thanks Digimon for the lore.
Smith cutter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just if your name is Smith, this switchblade, it just gets to stab you right in the kidney. And you're there's a lot of dudes with the name Smith hanging around, because Dra is put in 80% of Digimon, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You just get free shanks, man. Don't go to that prison if your name is Smith and/or Draft.
Yeah.
That's a bad time.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, look. Okay, they put the MacGuffin in the attack, so alright, whatever. I'll take my point back. I'll take the L on that one, Digimon. Well done. You future-proofed my own argument. Thank you. I mean, alright, cool. But I want to say more.
Yeah.
I want to see more before I sort of sit there and just go, man. But like, I was also like not as excited as I thought I would. Like, I think I ended up being more excited about Night Chiropmon somehow.
Yeah, honestly, same.
Is that weird?
No, I feel like the exact, like, I mean, I'm happy to see Armalizamon. I'm happy it didn't become like a random virus type out of nowhere. I'm glad that it's hopefully going to be green-red. Or I hope it's not just red, because that's boring, because that's just like the protagonist color primarily.
I mean, it could be green-purple.
I'm trying to think of how many data types are purple, because data is kind of like the goody two-shoes, like, of the Digimon world.
I thought that was vaccine.
No, vaccine, you know, they're like, I don't know,
they're like your paladins, data's like your fighters, and you've got rogues as well.
Data's the good boy typing. They're just good boys. They're not like, you know, loyal.
They're NPCs.
Yeah. Oh.
They just hang about.
I just like that.
Holds Togemon closer.
Oh, actually, I've been holding several different sizes of Togemon.
Oh my, what the hell?
You don't understand how many Togemon I have.
What the?
Are you forgetting my favorite Digimon's Palmon?
No, I'm just sitting here thinking, what kind of Russian nesting doll Togemon nonsense is that? And should I make you one for Christmas?
No, I just have like my Palmon collection is like on a desk.
Palmon's in a jar? Calm down, Chad. Calm down.
No, it's the dumbass ones. But yeah, do you not just have like randomly spawning Palmons? But yeah,
I do have.
Did you not realize that I had this? I've been fiddling with like different sized Togemons for the past. We've been recording for 45 minutes, so I'm gonna say 45 minutes.
Okay, so I have a Tyrannomon and a Gengar on my desk, so I am also the problem.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go put those Togemon back there.
That's because of our and a machine drew one, of course it is.
Oh, cool.
But that's because of our undiagnosed ADHD.
Mine's diagnosed. It's been diagnosed since like 2003. I also have like the Taco Bell, these things. There's also a Tanimon one here as well. I really like Palmon.
When were these things?
In Taco Bell in America.
I'm gonna flick myself right now for these tangents. We need to get back on track, Kobe.
Yeah.
We're in dangerous territory of hitting accidentally 2 hours.
Accidentally 2 hours of meat. Oh yeah. Anyway, yes. Lowlights. So do we have any others? We've done them. Okay, cool.
We've done them.
Favorite character. Mine was Tomoro. I'm glad that he actually got to voice his emotions. We got a bit of more of an insight to how he feels. He got to basically say what we were talking about last episode, in that the reason he's kind of angry about Gekomon is because he reminds him of things that he doesn't want to think about, and that in that case that's sort of him as a child, because Gekomon said to him the exact same thing he said to his brother when his brother was kind of struggling and not telling him how he felt because he had to drop out of school and drop out of his band. So my favourite character was Tomoro because we got more of an insight to how he is, and I keep on kicking my desk. My sincere apologies. Who was your favourite?
My favourite was Kyo.
Valid. I was going to pick Kyo, and I was like, I'm 90% sure that Guz will.
No. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Baby Kekomon basically being like, alright, you know what? It's hit the fan, it's time to motor on, and then just like, just hops all the way over to the hospital from where what didn't they have to take like a speedboat at one point?
Yeah.
And then like a half episode walk to the hospital. This little hacky sack freaking hopped his way all the way over to the hospital just in time to hit a child.
He boinged
and then
there.
just be like, Feed me, father. I require sustenance.
No, it wasn't even that. He just said keko, 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 and then he just evolves. Like,
and he just eats the egg, gets like 20% charge, like my phone desperately needs, and then it's just like, okay, Tomorrow, time to go fight some people.
Time to shinka, you know. But yeah, so that is valid.
Dr. Bio, for real.
Dr. Bio. What is your rating out of 5?
I mean, I was still pretty excited. I did. So for those of you that have stayed with us since the very beginning, Gio, who was one of the other guests, just like myself, has, for whatever reason, elected to not keep up with the show because he is a fool. Yes, Gio, I'm calling you out. Yeah,
he's 9 episodes behind, he said, and we were Guz was like, hey, you could probably catch up between now and when we record, and Gio was like, nah.
He's just playing LOL instead or something.
Yeah.
Stupid.
No, I think he's still deck testing, but yeah, continue.
But I was just like, I needed to yell at someone. I needed to express my my happiness, my emotion.
Yeah.
My beat was breaking, if you will. And I just needed to just scream about, like, the Digivolution, the character growth, the fun, the retractable gun fingers.
Retractable finger guns.
Yeah, it reminded me very much of the Austin Powers stuff that we touched on last week about the retractable, like, nipple guns and things like that.
Fembots.
The fembots. Yes. But yeah, I don't know what I would really give it. I don't know if I have a number in mind. I'm actually going to have to defer to you for a number, Kobe. What have you got?
I gave it a 4, but I feel like that might be too low.
Too low?
I don't know. I feel like I enjoyed this episode, and I don't really, like, as we went over, my own, like, I don't really have any lowlights except for Wolvermon being a jobber, which I'm hoping will be fixed by her having that as being part of, like, her struggle. But yeah, I don't really have many lowlights, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to give it a 4, which, I mean, is low compared to what I've given everything else. Giving it a 4 would put it, like, kind of in the middle of all the episodes ranked so far. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. What do you think?
See, I think it was a little high, but not, like, by that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely, like, in the 3.78 kind of ballpark.
Yeah, so, well, the better question is, did you like this week's episode more than last week's?
I'm suddenly blanking on last week. No, last week we had a lot of fun talking about Kyo and the Fire Guy being ex-lovers.
Yeah.
And I had like one slideshow panel.
Oh, that was really good. You did give last week's episode a 3.8 for comparison, which is why I asked.
Oh wow, okay.
And I gave last week a 3.
You did.
I don't know why. Apparently, I just was not vibing. Oh, it was because it was the partnered and Digimon split episodes, and I don't like those.
Yeah.
Historically.
And the entire comment section agreed.
Yeah.
It was very funny reading everybody going, yeah, that.
Like, no, to be fair, a lot of the comments did say that this one is one of the stronger ones of that sort of type of episode, which I agree with. But still, I'm just like, oh, it feels so contrived. Like, at least this one had, like, warming up, like, it had backstory for it to happen. Like, it had developed through the other episodes. It wasn't just random, but it just still felt contrived. But anyway, so...
It was a good payoff. We got a Digivolution, technically speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of still feel like I'm 3.8ing it.
3.8.
I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, I feel that I'm just kind of saying that everything's kind of just better than average, which is not bad, all things considered.
I agree. I feel like this series so far has been a lot better than other seasons. I'm definitely enjoying it more than... I mean, I enjoyed Ghost Game. I thought it was fine. But I feel like this is definitely stronger so far than Ghost Game. I still think this could dethrone Amon. And, I think at the moment I would put it around the same level as Sabers, which is my second favourite series of Digimon. So, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely better than a lot of other seasons of Digimon, is what I'm trying to say. It's very late. I'm very tired.
Yeah, no, I think it's, I don't know. I've accidentally been there we go. See how tired? We're both tired. Even now, I'm flubbing.
Yeah.
I'm flubbing on main. They call me Flubber. Basically, I've just been accidentally rewatching Freerun via YouTube Shorts, and like
that.
every episode of that is like a 10 out of 10. It feels like a Studio Ghibli level, just incredible production. So maybe I'm accidentally like setting my standards in the wrong direction, but I will say that I think I'm gonna have to stick with a 3.8. I think that feels the most right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, team. If I feel somehow inconsistent. It's just 5s I have to say for things that are perfect. And the first episode for me, I think, was a 4.7.
Episode 1 was a 4. Yeah, nice, right on. Yeah, 4.7. But
so like that was near perfect for me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like these numbers are kind of arbitrary. If I actually go through them and like look at them, like some of them are just like, oh, did I really like that episode that much, or did I really hate that episode that much? Yeah. Why did I give it such like a weird point system? Like, they don't really, like, they're arbitrary. Like, they don't really mean anything. They're like the points in Whose Line Is It Anyway? Like, it doesn't matter.
I think, like, a big, like, rewatch of the whole thing will probably just sort of, because it's got that quality to it.
Yeah.
Like, just the overall animation quality and, like, the emotional stuff. Like, when I was rewatching it all with my partner, like, the Pandemon Golf didn't feel so bad. Like, it felt super impactful for the binge-watching streaming audience. So I think all of this would be, like, at least half a point stronger if you're binging it.
Yeah, I think that might be the case for Ghost Game and Colin as well.
Yeah.
More so Ghost Game because when you're watching it week to week, you have certain expectations and you have like a week to theorize and to think. So when you end up watching the next one, it's kind of like, But I feel like Ghost Game definitely works better either binge watching it or only watching like a handful of episodes because they are episodic. Especially the Millenniumon episode. That one's you haven't watched Ghost Game, have you?
I have not suffered the indignity of
It's good. It is good. It's probably like my 4th favorite series.
I just can't stand Gamamon because of the card game.
Just watch the Millenniumon episode. Like,
I'm
no
sending
joke.
You a YouTube link. Here, watch it.
No joke. That the Millenniumon episode of Ghost Game is one of the best ones, in my opinion. There's also the Agitaramon episode where Agitaramon falls in love with a human, realizes that she can't be with a human because she's a Digimon, and then rips her intestines. Yeah, well, it was in this. And she rips her intestines out and kills herself.
What the fuck? I thought that was a whole ass dude. Also, what is with Digimon and Seppuku, my guy?
Yeah.
Maybe this is why I was suicidal in my teenage years.
Jeez. Yeah, so Ghost Game is, like, really good in terms of, like, just general, like, Lilo and Stitch, Scooby-Doo, Monster of the Week kind of things. I feel like those were the better episode. Or the, Oleramon, who, started eating people, and then the main characters told her that she shouldn't do that anymore, so she started a YouTube cooking channel.
Oleramon?
Yeah, she's like a flower head. Like, she's like, what if Lilymon was like the tall, sexy mummy from Resident Evil? I don't know her name, I haven't played the game, I just know that the whole internet wanted to really have special adult times with the
you gotta help me spell this. I need to... Alaramon?
Alaramon, I think her name is? Oh, that's part of a human body. The Electron. No, that's part of the human body. What's the flower? No, I'm just... Digimon Evil Ghost Game. Nope, that's not her either. I'm positive that this existed.
I've got Alaru as like the purple-headed Palmon.
No, not Aruamon. It's like episode 40 something of Ghost Game. No, not that one. Wow, this is... can't find the...
Evil Digimon. Here's how cursed what I'm doing is a ghost game Evil Digimon Hot.
You're gonna get some interesting Google results.
I am trying to find it.
It's episode 46 of Digimon Ghost Game. The episode was called Queen's Banquet. And it is called... Oleamon. So Oleamon. My mouth put an R in there for some reason.
Okay. Oh, it is so Resident Evil coded.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, again, lazy. Just gonna hold it up to the webcam.
Yeah.
Future Kobe is lazy. And then she becomes like, kind of like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so
type carnivorous plant.
Yeah, so she gets a YouTube cooking channel, so she doesn't eat people anymore.
You know what? That's very entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial? Yeah. I can't say that word apparently. Business queen, let's get it.
Yeah.
Slay.
Get that bag, queen. But anyway. So, I was going to start on Postmon Pat, but then we got distracted with the,
I'm sorry, you said that everybody wanted to be snoo-snooed with a crazy carnivorous plant lady.
And that was on me.
You said she was like Lady Demistriku
there
or whatever.
There we are, Demicus, yeah.
Lady big boob scary lady, and I'm sorry, that requires a Google, because apparently there's some very important lore in Ghost Game.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of there are a bunch of memorable episodes, but yeah.
But also, I've been making sure to speak to the comments very generally throughout the episode, because a lot of them have been in similar veins.
Yeah.
So I did notice that someone brought up that purple in the element system is void.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I guess we're pondering Postmon pattern in predictions. That was 0 Unit Digital Monster, who says that the purple in Eastern media represents void, which... Don't be purple in the TCG, Gekomon. Please. Please, no. Please do not. Yeah, so that was very interesting, so thank you for pointing that out, because we were kind of like, there is no purple, what is purple? But I guess it makes sense if there's no purple that it is void, like, that's pretty cool. So we have Nexus VFD, who says that Tomoro is becoming one of their least favourite Digimon pro tags. He needs to get his stuff together. He was told he'd have to work together with Gekomon to save his brother, but like the moment something comes up about his brother, he basically forgets what the goal is and just turns into a little bitch, as Gekomon rightfully calls him out. Yeah, Gekomon is childish and impulsive, but Tomoro put negative effort into getting him to understand the why of things. I think it was pretty much both of them, but I still think that Gekomon was the more immature one, but then again, Gekomon kind of has, like, not too much in terms of maturity. He was born
yesterday, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Of course he's gonna be immature.
Yeah, like, the comparison between Gilmon and the rest of the child models. Like,
Gilmon suffered brain damage on birth. Like, that show was not kind to him in the dub, I'll be real.
Yeah, he was literally just born, though. Next we have Mateus, who says that of all the episodes of partners fighting this season that really needed one, especially if it's a critical moment for Tomoro and Gekomon to finally start understanding each other. If this episode is the reason for a shift in their dynamic, it will become one of the best in retrospective for them. And yep, that's fair. They want Tomoro to understand Gekomon, especially after reading that the director of the season said about them. Tomoro is someone who has hidden his true self for too long. What he usually expresses isn't who he is. It's what he shows to society. But Gekomon, this is Tomoro free from society's shackles. It's his desire for freedom. So that is an interesting point, because in Japan especially, there is something called tatemae, which is your, like, the facade you put on. It is your outside face. So it's the facade that society sees, not your actual thoughts. It's just kind of like just your exterior.
It's the two masks thing, right?
Yeah. So I guess that is what Tomoro's doing, but even more so, he's just masking his true emotions and feelings. Next we have Dash Reinvent, who's wondering what Kyo's element is. I feel like it is metal, right?
I think it's gold, if we're going by the colours. Because Earth has a darker yellow to it. It's not shown very well. But when you get the triple evolution, right, with Reina, Mikado, and then Kyo back to back for the fight, you see the red, the deep yellow, almost brown yellow, and then like a very light yellow. And if you compare those colors with the image that is shown for Digimon specifically, they show a dark yellow for Earth and a light yellow for Gold. But the inside of those diamonds are actually the colors that are used, at least in the previous episode's Wikipedia thing, and it's got a black one there in the middle, which is the metal element, which has been renamed in this series as Gold.
Yep. So next we have Clown-chan, who says for them the most interesting reveal is that Tomoro's parents were arrested by the Ministry of Civil Protection. We know that the Ministry targets everyone with a Digimon if they don't respond in a certain amount of time. So is that what happened to them? So I actually have a theory that, and I can't remember if I said it on this podcast or to someone like in real life. I don't know, like someone I was like, I can't remember if I actually said this to you in person or on the podcast or what have you. But my theory is that maybe they were scientists and they experimented on Tomoro, and that's why Tomoro's e-pulse is all over the shop, because they did something to him, and that's why they were arrested. Or they were like genetic researchers of e-pulse or something.
Maybe Tomoro's is an illegal
artificial.
Yeah.
Like if all the other ones are elements, this one's more like an artificial element.
It's not part of maybe the global egg union.
Yeah.
So who knows at this stage, because we just don't have those answers. So God, I hope we find them soon. Not the parents, just the reason.
Yeah. And then they say, too bad we didn't get Kaito's kanji to confirm or disprove your name theory. I think I saw like profiles of some of the 5 stars showing up on Twitter today when I was trying not to be spoiled. And the girls one, I didn't read anything about her, but she is the water one. And she doesn't have like the kanji for water, but she has the kanji for like ocean in her name. So I'm like, there we go, Japan. Keep on using the kanji like that in your anime.
I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, all the characters in Dragon Ball Z are named after like
vegetables,
themes of like vegetables, kitchen appliances, or underwear. Like, let's just. Sometimes you just need to come up with a funny little naming convention.
Yeah. Next we have Gold Star Supreme, who says they weren't a fan of this one, unfortunately. This episode feels like it's trying to have 3 different plots, and rather than finding a way to tie them together in a satisfying way, they just toss them all together without any thought. Their main complaint, though, is that they feel like the part of the episode that's about Gekomon and Tomoro should have happened earlier in the series. I mean, it is 12 episodes in, I would still consider this early-ish.
Pretty early, yeah.
They definitely started the series in a rough place, but for the past few episodes it hasn't felt like they had any real serious fighting going on, and mostly come to understand one another. And then suddenly they're back to around episode 4 dynamics, where Gekomon is a ball of destruction and all Tomoro can piece together is stuff like I hate you. And actually I do see what they're saying. Like, we did have a lot of episodes that weren't just Monster of the Week filler, because we got bits of backstory, but those episodes basically just kind of existed to world build. So we had a good, like, I don't know, 5 episodes of them just gradually educating us about the world. So we kind of have some insight about what's happening. We are kind of forming theories about the Ministry and what's going on there.
Yeah.
So I kind of get what they're saying, but I feel like a lot of those early episodes were necessary to give us the information before actually using it in the plot.
To steal a line from Archer, the animated TV series.
I love Archer.
Yeah, you got to ease them in like a gimp suit. You can't rush this kind of stuff. Like, we do need to have questions about certain things that's going on in the world. The show then needs to give an opportunity to answer those questions. And like we said in some of the earlier episodes, they threw a bunch of questions at the wall. Great hooks. You're really into it. You're really invested. There's a lot going on. So it then also needs time to deliver on all of those things. And I think it chose to deliver those answers first while posing some other ones, while building on that foundational knowledge, as opposed to doing something like Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? Where it's like series 1, full of questions, and then, surprise, main characters can be murdered. And then the next 4 to 6 seasons are all sort of murky with weird plot points going everywhere, and then things suddenly showing back up and getting, fixed. Yeah. So I think it is important to ask questions and then answer them, and they did that very, very well, and then pose new ones with our new understanding of that world. Because we're the audience, again, have to do some measure of work when you're engaging with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Next we have Gunmetal Gator, who corrects me on something I said. I completely forgot about this, but they pointed out that the Saber's partner fight episode was episode 6 against the Black Garurumon. And yeah, I completely forgot about that episode existing. I don't know how. I've rewatched Data Squad and Sabers so many times and I love it so much. But I guess because it was so fairly, early on, it was kind of, more understandable to have a random, disagreement episode. But, yeah. So thanks for the correction on that. I completely forgot that episode existed, but I remember it being, okay, I guess. Still contrived, though, because they always are. Next, we have Eduardo, who says... Edgardo, I believe. I don't know. I'm very tired. My apologies. Also, Rainer and Pristimon need a legitimate win. We already kind of discussed this, and this was one of the comments that we were talking about. Yeah, they only won in episode 2 against the Mushroom Gang. And... yeah. So, yeah. Very much agree. We already kind of talked about that one earlier, but yeah.
I did use Edgardo J. Cruz.
Thank you.
Because I'm choosing to pronounce that as funny as I can. I used your, I did read your comment, Edgardo. I did read that, and I used your mushroom as an example there as well, because, you're absolutely right, and we all want that win. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Next we have Bantarcha, who says, partner arguments for the sake of tension or a reason why the next problem isn't immediately overcome is annoying, but for this I think it's actually very fitting. And yeah, I agree, I still just don't like the partner fight episodes, but this one, it at least kind of fit in with how it was going. They continue to say Tomo's whole origins is him having to tell himself he's okay with being disconnected from the world as a whole, and he couldn't use the Sapatama, he couldn't interact with the tech that connects everyone in society, so issues coming from just talking is appropriate. It's part of his character journey to learn it's okay trying to form those connections. There's a Jarl went hard animation moment goes the collateral damage fire attack, and yeah, absolutely. Also, true. The animation was really good in this week's episode as well, especially at the end. I was like, that is clear and crisp. So,
yeah, just like the slug got absolutely roasted.
So good.
As we have all learnt out, it's because of the particle accelerator in its mouth that Lizamon apparently has. I don't know how they managed to fit a whole particle accelerator in its mouth, but Digimon have guns coming at it everywhere these days.
Yeah. The fembots.
The fembot.
Next we have Lazy Crocodile, who says One Piece Bingo. I don't know what I was trying to say.
Bingo
and Bingo was his name. Oh, as you do.
Oh, good on you, Bingo, mate. How are you, mate?
Haruko's mum is one of Usopp's friends from the hometown. It's the one with green hair. So okay. I'm enjoying. I love the One Piece Bingo so much, and I'm really glad that the girls also we get to enjoy the One Piece Bingo.
It is. It's fun.
Now to the episode. It was okay, but way better than some of the partners fighting episodes. It felt on both sides that felt they were wrong. It's not just I'm jealous. Why? In the case of Ghost Game throwing a tantrum because you got caught destroying the tablet. Yeah, the Ghost Game one was so annoying. I hated that one so much. And he didn't yell or treat Gamon in any mean way. He just said remember the rules and checked if there was bite marks. Just remembering that makes him feel like it could have been worse. They lean on Tomoro's side in the discussion. What he said was really mean, but honestly, he clearly regretted it. He's just a troubled kid that should go to therapy. Yeah, he doesn't need a Digimon, he needs therapy. I would actually like a Digimon over therapy. I feel like that would fix my problems.
Bro, I've spent enough money on therapy. Can I just have like a dude that shoots laser beams from particle accelerator cannons in their mouth?
Just give me a happy plant. Just give me like a little plant, like a little bundle of joy, and like I won't need to. I can just cancel my psychiatrist appointments.
Okay, I'm just gonna go on a whole tangent here, but you remember Cyberpunk 2077?
I never played it, but I know of it. I know it exists.
Yeah, you know how they got the retractable blades in the forearms?
Like in the Assassin's Creed, yes.
No, like the forearms themselves are just housing the giant retractable.
I'm just memeing.
Okay, good, because I actually want to physically replace my hands with those blades. I don't know why. It's just a compulsion I have. So, like, if I could have a Digimon that, like, could do something very similar to that, that'd be sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Marine Bullman had, like, retractable guns. I'm so sleepy. It is, it's after 10 o'clock. It's after 10 o'clock. At least, hey, I don't have work tomorrow because I'm on holidays, but I do still want to go to the gym, like, at 6 in the morning, so it's fun for me. That's not gonna happen. If they have to say that Ghost Game or Young Hunters are probably their least favourite part of this episode, because at least Atmon has the Musimon just tagging along because he felt like it was a fun gag. Yeah, that was funny. I like that. Next...
Dokomon got decked because he was gaslighted into running away. That's
yeah, because Eri punched him. That's right.
That's funny, dude.
Atmon's so good. Next we have Hayate, who says that what most people don't understand about this episode is that they're only getting mad at Tomoro, even though Gekomon is just as guilty. I still think that Gekomon was guiltier than Tomoro, because Tomoro was kind of like had tried to tell Gekomon to, hey, don't come to the hospital, hey, stay with the others, don't come in, hey, don't follow me, hey, please let go of the scarf. Like, at least Tomoro did try. But anyway,
he did establish very clear boundary.
They said that,
yeah. Gekomon was just a habitual line stepper. That's just how it is.
Yeah. They said that they like to point out how Gekomon is what Tomoro is from the inside, and this episode definitely confirmed that. Since being hammered in every time the series, since a lot of people don't seem to understand the Digimon in reflection, Gekomon's clinginess and attention-seeking stems from Tomoro when Gekomon wants Tomoro's attention, and it's how he felt towards his family and clinginess towards Asuka. And yeah, it's absolutely that sort of the clinginess that he wants because he doesn't really have anyone close. His parents were arrested, his brother's in a plot coma. He kind of has been I guess, ostracized.
Joe has a manly scar and an absolute ripped body under that outfit, and we didn't get to see it. Like, come on, Joe, stop teasing me, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. Next we have I lost my place. There we are. Ignited Quills, who says that Tomoro is actually 15, but they do agree with us about how the partner arguments tend to be tiring in every anime series. In this case, they think that both are at fault, mainly towards Gekomon. Tomoro has been acting kinder to Gekomon, but still doesn't fully acknowledge how rude he can be with Gekomon. But the episode did highlight Tomoro's self-worth issues, and how he most likely blamed himself due to everything going on. Asuka's condition and his glitching. With Gekomon, he should have listened to Tomoro. He could have gotten to see Asuka, but not the moment due to how Digimon aren't well known to the public. And they hope that next episode, which is the one we talked about today, Tomoro sees how Gekomon is a version of him, and they make things up. And yeah, that absolutely happened, which is good. We have some quick ones. Coterie Laws says, first, also, I'm a happy gay man. We exist. Love that.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Yeah, like, such a good comment. Next we have Hesketh, who says, me with Tomoro and Gekomon as their least favourite since the beginning. Pleased face. Yeah, very valid.
Yeah, I mean, like, just to sum it all up, I mean, it doesn't really matter who's more wrong. Like, they're both just not listening, and they're just both being mad with each other instead of, that's how conversations break down, that's how, arguments happen. And I think that that's sort of been symptomatic of the their whole relationship since the very beginning, and they've actually started to turn that corner and change it up a bit, which is nice.
Also, here's a comment that I feel like you would definitely appreciate. Zero Unit Digital Monster says, the fact that Duke Nukem's Sapatama gave birth to such a toxic Digimon like Ramon tells me everything I need to know about the character.
Yeah.
That is my... I love that comment 100%. So much.
It's this stinky, disgusting, misogynistic, creatine huffing, gym junkie muscle lover.
Same. But that's more or less it for the comments. Next week we'll be talking about Digimon Beatbreak episode 13, 5-star meeting, which I guess we're going to meet the 5-star members. Do we have any predictions other than we get to meet the 5-star members?
I'm hoping we're getting a few little tidbits about the whole World Egg Union thing. I'm still not... There's that orange light you've been warning us about for a few episodes there.
Yeah, it must have just come on, because I got like orange...
just flashbanged you, yeah.
Yeah. Oopsies.
But, no, that's okay. I'm hoping to get a little bit more world building with it. I want to know about this Egg Union for the world. I'm curious what the other partners are, because somehow in my mind, I had thought that the 5-star gym leaders were going to have at least mega level Digimon. Them all having ultimate level Digimon is strange to me. I feel like they've sort of lowered the power scale overall, if that's the case, because I was really expecting them.
Okay, what if there's like the Dark Towers in 02 that stop you from evolving to adults? What if the Ministry have erected these giant eggs to stop Digimon from evolving to Mega?
Excuse me, sir, we just need a planning permit. We're just trying to erect an egg. You know how it is.
Yeah, which is a wild sentence. But what if like the Ministry is doing some kind of like crowd control on the Digimon so they can't evolve?
You seriously gonna sit here and be like, yeah, they're using that newfangled 6G to suppress human emotions to stop their Digimon from evolving?
But it's also
out, mate. They've got microchips in your brains.
Also, it's very specific if it only stops you evolving to Mega, but it lets you get to Perfect, and some Perfect levels can be very strong.
Well, apparently champions can, at full output, this laser is strong enough to even cut through ultimate level Digimon.
Well done.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to get an introduction. I think we're going to get some world questions. I think Mr. Man Monkey Guy is obviously a problem. Apparently, Monkey beats Fire Cat. Didn't have that on my bingo card. I may need to consult my image again. Maybe gold is better against fire somehow. I don't know.
Are all like the 5-star guys gonna have like random furries?
Oh my god, maybe they're the Furry Five. Have we been wrong about them being gym leaders the whole time?
They're the Furry Five.
The fantastic Furry Five. Like, yeah, guys, this is my persona. I'm Monkey. And then the other one's Fire Cat. And then you got some other thing where it's just like, I'm Water Dog or something, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, they replaced a cat with a monkey. I mean, Catfish was there, you're right. That's my bad. But yeah, it could be the fantastic Furry Five. We're going to have a triple F situation over here. This could be interesting. You know what? That's it. My prediction right now. I'm calling it. The Fantastic Furry Five. They're all going to be furry-coated, ultimate level Digimon.
That is so.
That's
that is
it.
like.
If we don't get the Fantastic Furry Five, I'm out. You can do the rest of the podcast with Gio. You'll have a better schedule at it.
If he watches the episodes.
Yeah. By the way, Kobe was drinking for the audio-only listeners.
Oh yeah,
That's
sorry.
Was?
Yeah, I have like this like 2-liter bottle of water that I'm just sculling because I'm like I haven't had enough water today, and like my sinuses have been not good because the weather again goes from like 37 to 14.
12.
Yeah. So like my sinuses are not good at the moment.
It's a reminder, chat, don't forget to drink your water, because I certainly have, and considering the human body is an inefficient sponge, I'm feeling quite dry.
Right, quite parched. I can't talk.
I'm in need of remoistening.
Anyway, we should wrap this up because it's almost an hour and a half in, and last week's episode took like, I think 30 hours to encode from Premiere Pro. So that was because of my slideshow, so I'm very sorry about that high fidelity graphic. Yeah, no, I think it's just my computer being built in. I almost said born. Computers aren't born that I'm aware of.
But Digimon.
Yeah, considering I built this computer in 2017, like I don't know. I think it might be the computer.
I mean, yeah, probably. There's been a whole new chipsets and everything since 2020. We're off topic again. But there have been new chipsets made in 2020,
to be fair,
bro. You gotta get on them.
I think 3 episodes ago, it only took like 3 hours to encode, so I don't know what the bloody hell I've done wrong.
It's probably a Windows update in the background, you know.
No, my computer doesn't update anymore. It hasn't updated since 2021. So that's how bad it is.
Thank God you have a VPN, because that would be very easy to break into.
No, I've installed I've set up the router, so there's like a DMZ, so like it's like I'm all very secure. And also I have my ports closed because I'm not. You forget I work in IT.
I don't forget. I'm just saying. Like, I remember a story where North Korea updated their self-defense network for their military and that from Windows 98 to Windows Vista, and they were completely offline, and they were absolutely vulnerable to mass attack.
Yeah, fair.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But we should get to that outro, because who are you? Where can we find you? And who are those wonderful Patreons that have supported you?
Thank you very much for the segue. So thank you so much for listening. I've been Kobias, and Guz has been Guz. So
I've been a problem since the very beginning, and I don't plan to change. My name is Gekomon.
Oh, baby. What a baby. A lizard. Anyway, so you can contact me and stay updated, Lizard. And you can spam lizard memes to me on our Discord server. You can leave me a comment on this episode or on YouTube, join the conversation, and for a full list of ways to find the podcast across the internet, such as YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. I just realized, I was about to say all of them start with T, but then I was like, no, YouTube does definitely not start with a T.
It does if you say it's TubeU.
TubeTube. It's a TubeTube.
Yeah.
Check me out on TubeTube. TubeTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. Now it does sound like a weird train. Head over to my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/LostinTranslationmon. If you enjoy the podcasts or videos or anything I post online, you can support by signing up on Patreon and get some cool rewards and help me hit some milestones. And thank you to my current supporters on Patreon, who is Stephen Reeves, who's One Season 4 on Archive Our Own. My brain combined those. Kadawashi, Neobu, who's follow who says why am I just merging like 10 words at a time?
Send me the script.
No.
Can I read it?
No, give me one more chance.
Okay.
Who says you should follow Neobu says you should follow Keitai on Twitter at Keitai236. Lismet, who is a like one on Tumblr. Nicholas, Magnus, Lucas, Jason105, Patrick, Jason, Shelby, Digital Hazard on Twitch at Digital Hazard, Dropimon, Vmon, Tamer, Kasai, Big Bad, Beetleborg, Flavin, Bentarcher, Cappy, Cyber, and Voltic Helbert.
Hey.
I'm really glad I got that out there.
Voltic Helbert.
You can also make one donation on PayPal, which you found linked in the description, is paypal.me/airdramon. You can also do me on my coffee account, ko-fi.com/airdra. And of course, thank you so much for listening. If you are listening / watching this on YouTube, please do the like, comment, subscribe thing. And of course, thank you Guz for joining me as always.
I do what I can. And I'm glad to be here. Apparently I'm the tangent problem this week, so that's good.
I think we both, I started like tangenting just like in the intro when we were just talking about Telefang. So yeah. I don't think I helped the situation at all. No.
But yes, you can find me on Twitter at Guz_substitute. And thanks to us finally figuring out how the collab feature works, down below, give us a click, give us a g'day, and feel free to subscribe if you want to. I promise I'll make videos in the future. They are a coming.
They are a coming. And they're mainly all about LostinTranslationmon, most likely.
Don't spoil it, but yeah.
Oh, is that actually what...
Digimon and the TCG? Let's go.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. But of course, thank you so much for listening again, and we will see you on the next one. And also, Merry Christmas and all that jazz, I guess. Or happy anything that you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything in December, happy December. Happy winter.
Happy holidays. Enjoy. If you're working on any of the quote unquote holy days, right? The ones that are separated from the regular days.
Is that why it's called a holiday?
Yes, because they're not normal days. It's because they're separate from regular days. That's actually part of the reason.
Oh, I feel dumb.
Yeah. it's like a Latin thing. But in any case, if you're anybody like me who are working on those days, then please enjoy the public holiday rates because I know I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, I hope you're getting like time and a half or whatever.
I believe it's double time and a half, so I will definitely be getting myself a new laptop, which means you're not going to have as much recording scuff when I have to record at various locations.
Yeah, but you'll still get the recording scuff from me. But in any case, thank y'all for listening. Happy winter, happy summer, happy literally anything that you celebrate. And of course...
Good morning, good lunch, good night.
Of course, we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Bye!